Okay, so now for the tie, the bucktail. First, you want to use thread. Mono thread is the best. Danville has the best thread I found for mono thread, and the fine, Danville fine monofilament. I use a bobbin that's weighted so it can kind of hold the tie. That's just me. You don't have to use that. So start your thread. Go back. Some of my bucktail's broken, like that hide broke, or it's just easier to break it. It doesn't really matter. But this is from the top of the bucktail. So this part up here, because it is not hollow. It has a solid core, so it won't flare as much. Cut a piece off. Hold the tips for the most part, or most of the tips, and take out the under fur. So this isn't that thick. It pinches down and compresses pretty easily. Maybe a little thicker than your bobbin overall. I don't really trim these butt ends. It doesn't really matter for this. Tie that in, tie it all the way back. Now I post it, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 wraps, something like that. There it goes. Then I take Softex. Some fly stores carry it, some don't. You can use silicone, whatever. And I put that on with just a paper clip that has some foam on it, and apply it pretty liberally to the whole thing. Okay, now I take my cape and feathers. I'll take 2 from each side, because these curve this way, these curve this way, and so I want them to curve the right way on each side. So I'll line the tips up for the most part. They can be tapered a little bit. Then I tie the feather in at the angle I want it to be at, holding that up kind of loosely. This one doesn't want to cooperate for some reason. It's okay. It'll still work. Snip these off. Wrap back to the tie-in. Take 2 more off the other side of the cape. Took 3, well, I actually took 4 by accident, I guess. These little things you can save. I'll show you what to do with those. And I tie into, you probably, on each side, you could probably get by with 1 on each side, but just in case one breaks off somehow. Again, you hold the feather up. That glue is pretty much dry at this point. cut those off. Kind of wrap around those ends. These I take, and there's a curve to them. I don't know if you can see that, it kind of curves that way. I'll fold it and lay it this way on here, so it adds some bulk to the fly. That one there. This one here. Cut those straps off. Tie back a little bit. Make sure your post is there. That's looking good. Now I take some purple bucktail, and I generally take it from this section here and tie that in. And you don't need a lot.